So, I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I'm actually on my way to a date. So, I think I spoke on this before, but I think it's always good to do a refresher, especially when it's something that's on my mind. As I state in almost every other video, I always state my age, and I always state the fact, depending on the topic of the video, that I am non-monogamous. But this is a video specifically going to speak on an aspect of non-monogamy. So I know that the whole triad, and the triad is basically, well, it's not basically, but the picture that's painted when you think about non-monogamy is usually one man, two women, things like that. And that's always like the narrative, or the, I guess, the representative of polyamory or non-monogamy. That is not the only dynamic. It is various dynamics of non-monogamy and polyamory, but that is the one that's, I guess, the most socially acceptable in terms of non-monogamy being acceptable anyway. But that is actually, to me, as someone who once pursued that particular dynamic, is the hardest dynamic to achieve and maintain. In my personal opinion, the reason why, well, the multiple reasons why I feel like that is for me and my nesting partner, which is my husband, why it's been the hardest for us to achieve and maintain, is because, and I feel like it might be that way for a lot of other people, mainly couples who choose to date the same person. First, you have to both be attracted to the person that you're pursuing, and said person has to be attracted to the both of you. That's just like the baseline. That's, to me, that could be like the easiest thing. I know for some couples it's not the easiest thing, but for me, that's the easiest thing. Finding someone that's attracted to the both of you, and that the both of you are attracted to, could be like, that's one of the issues. Secondly, finding someone that you're, I guess, you mesh with and you're compatible with, the both of you, because you have to remember, you guys are two different individuals and two different personalities, and then you're trying to find someone that essentially like your personality and the person that you're with's personality. The thing is compatibility. You have to be okay with someone being on the same page with you as far as like navigating life, as far as like goals, as far as long-term priorities, things like that. It's such like, it's so, for me, it's such a layered dynamic, and it's such a layered connection that to me is not the easiest. And me at this point in particular time, my priorities when it comes to dating and non-monogamy and navigating that, my priority is finding someone I have a genuine connection with that fits into my life. And that can be someone that's interested in dating the both of me, my husband and I, or someone that I'm just dating solo. And I feel like, as far as, even though we're not together, even though those connections have passed, I feel like the best connections that I've had in my non-monogamy journey have the best connections with the women that I have dated solely, in terms of what I was seeking in a connection, in a partnership. I've experienced when we've dated the same person, and I'm not going to like put things on like other people, because one thing about when it comes to navigating connections, when it comes to navigating relationships of all kinds, to me, is, or anything in general, is self-awareness. And I've come to notice that in dating, people that we have dated together mainly have, because they're so, you speak back to this because this stuff is important to me. I date black women who are over 30, and I feel like for a lot of us, and I've said this in other videos, the concept of even embracing sexuality and then embracing non-monogamy is something fairly new in my experience, for myself as well as the women I'm dating. So when it comes to dating with my partner, I feel like the women we've dated, because of these other factors, are so used to dating heteronormatively, they don't know how to navigate, first of all, a queer connection and a queer relationship, and secondly, a non-monogamous one. It's not something people have a lot of experience with that I've dated. So when you're in a situation, you're going to always default to what's familiar, what's comfortable, and that has been a lot of the issue for me with people that we've dated together.